Here we are in section 1.3 exercises, and we have the answers to numbers 23 through 28. The instructions are the same as the previous ones. Use the formulas in this section to find the missing variable. Note, if you don't use the pi button, and yeah, we need to use that pi button to get a more exact answer. If you use 3.14 or 22/7 or other versions or close approximations of pi, your answers will differ slightly. All right. Number 23, this is for a cylinder, and the formula we get for a cylinder that gives us the surface area is SA equals 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Now let's double check that you see where that's coming from. So this is where the problems are in the book. And yeah, all we're really doing is looking in this section, which is section 1.3, right there. Surface area is right here. So just back on page 28, 29, stuff like that. This is where the formulas are going to come from. Okay, so that's 2 times pi times the radius, which is 4, times the height, which is 7, plus 2 times pi times the radius, which is 4, squared. Now notice this is in inches and this is an area, so our answer is going to be in inches squared. So let's punch this in. We get, well, let's do as much as we can first. So we get 2 times 28 is 56 pi, plus 2 times 16 is 32 pi. So we should end up with 88 pi. And so you could leave the answer just like that, or go ahead and stick it into the calculator. Now we'll do it 88 times and use that pi button. And we get 276.46, 276.5, and this is inches squared. Is that good? Yeah, excellent. Or you could round 276.46. That's all right as well. Okay, number 24, for a sphere, and the formula that we get from the book is volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. So we're going to take 16, stick it in for the r, 4/3 times pi times 16 cubed. Oh, that's a big number. I don't want to do that one in my head, so we'll just go straight to the calculator. 4 divided by 3 times pi. Now, because I did not use parentheses, that pi is indeed on the top. That's a pi over a 1. If you put the 3 pi on the bottom, and you wanted the pi on the bottom, you'd have to put parentheses around it. So that is exactly how we want it. So times 16 to the, there's the exponent, third power. Enter. We get 17,157.285. 17,157.285. I'll do a 0.3. You could round it 1 or 2 or 3 decimal places, and that is centimeters. This is volume cubed. Notice that right here, if you have 16 centimeters, that centimeters gets cubed, and that's how we know it that we have the right units. Good deal. Number 25, for a rectangular solid, the volume is length times width times height. We don't want to use the surface area formula. And notice we're going to be centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, so we get centimeters cubed. So we're going to have 16 times 7 times 2.7. There we go. And that is going to be in centimeters cubed. So we equal, take this out, 16 times 7 times 2.7. And that equals 302.4. 302.4 centimeters cubed. Excellent. Number 26, for a circle. Now, what is the formula for the area of a circle? Area equals pi r squared. So we're going to take this 4.7, stick it right in here. And notice 4.7 kilometers squared will give us whatever that number is squared times our answer will be in squared, and it should match the area. Yes, two-dimensional. So we get pi times 4.7 squared. There we go. Punch that in the calculator. Pi times 4.7 squared. And we get 69.3977, 69.4. 69.4 kilometers squared. If you chose to round at a further place, that's perfectly fine. You could go 4 places, 69.378. All right, number 27. For a cone, we have radius. This stands for slant height, and that's SA. So we want to find the formula for surface area of a cone. It's pi r squared plus pi r L. And so we're going to take the 12 and put it in right there. So we get pi times 12 squared plus pi times 12 times 13. That's 144 pi plus 156 pi. That looks like 300 pi. Yeah, alrighty, let's stick that in. We'll go ahead and type all of it in. You get 144 pi, and it will times those plus 156 pi, and it should be the same as 300 pi. 942.48 if we round appropriately. 942.48, and this is in yards squared because we're in an area. Yards squared. Excellent. And the last one, number 28, rectangle. We need the formula for area of a rectangle. Oh, that's the nice one, LW, just length times width. So this is going to be 16 millimeters times 23 millimeters, and we get, I don't know what 16 times 23 is. 16 times 23 is 368. 368, and it's in millimeters. Notice we took millimeters times millimeters, we get millimeters squared, and that is the correct unit for area. Excellent. That was 23 through 28.